What about agendas around peace? Do you have an agenda around peace? Do you have an agenda, an opinion about the wars in the different places in the world? And so this is what Spirit wanted us to look at, was these agendas. And if we move these agendas out of the way, what is the raw, pure frequency that is underneath so that it can be healed? So I'm going to offer a meditation. It's going to be we're going to start a little bit early today. We're going to have it's important for you to have your own experience. It's important for you not to adopt my agenda, and it's important for me not to adopt your agenda. And it's important to not be fed agendas from different news stations. But it's important, what Spirit wants us to know is, break everything down to the purity of frequency. And then I will kind of show you how to repair a vortex. All right. Ready? Let's do some healing around war and love frequencies. So before you close your eyes, I just want to let you know the main thing we're going to work on first is we're going to have a statue of love, and we're going to have that represents love frequency. We're going to have a statue that represents a war frequency, but they both must be white. So this is what Spirit was saying. Like, if you have an agenda that war is evil and terrible, and which it is, there's nothing that I can see that's beautiful about it. See, but I have an agenda. But if you make both statues white, it'll help you to stay more neutral. As the mad scientists we are, we're going to investigate this. So let's go. All right, go ahead, close your eyes and turn within. And notice what's going on inside of you when you tap into the frequency of war. Notice what's going on inside of you when you tap into the frequency of peace and the frequency of love. And your body, because you have the genetics and the DNA of your ancestors who've been at war, even if you haven't been at war, you have their frequency because they have. You've also, if you believe in past lives, you've had past lives of war. So right now, just say hello to your body. Let your body know you're going to be releasing some war frequencies. And then say hello to your higher self and ask your higher self to help you to have an experience that's going to help you to learn today. Now pretend that you have a grounding image. So it can be a tree with ancient roots, it can be a waterfall, rainbow, animals, whatever, roses, whatever is a grounding image that's going to work for you today to support you and your frequencies as you're working with the frequencies of love and war. And then go ahead and send that grounding cord from about the area of your navel and hips. It's an invisible force. It's going to go all the way down to the center of the earth. And you do want to really anchor in very strongly, especially when you're working with these powerful, potent frequencies. So once you get down to the magnetic core of the earth, create another image to wrap around the grounding. And then as your grounding becomes deeper, set your intention to release old frequencies of war, of battle, of fighting, warring with the neighbors, however you want to interpret it, but just set the intention to let go of those harsher frequencies, any of the coding around those frequencies, any agendas around those frequencies, any opinions about war frequencies. Let it just drain right down your grounding, out of your energy field. Nice. Wonderful. You all are getting really good at this. Even if you're new to my channel, you're still really uplifted by the group energy here. So now, if there's any agendas around love, any conflicting frequencies around love that is within you, and go ahead and drop those imbalances right down your grounding to the center of the earth. Interesting to notice that it might be a little more challenging to let go of agendas around love, but go ahead and just allow it to rinse right down your grounding. All right, that's good. So now ask your intuition, your higher self, your spirit, or just guess or just make it up. What is going to be a frequency color that you want to use today? So it could be orange or red, it could be yellow or green, it could be silver or gold or that magnificent blue, whatever frequency. And if you feel called to use several colors, go ahead and then allow that cosmic color of divine, celestial energy to begin flowing into the room where you are through the top of your aura. And it's going to rinse all the way down through all your chakras, your skin, your bones, your nervous system. And it's going to dissolve agendas around war and agendas around love and drain it down your grounding. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to use our imagination to activate your intuition. So your spirit loves to communicate to you through imagination. So whether you simply feel the image, you can sense the image even though you can't see it. Maybe you're being told the story of the image. So feeling, sight, sound, knowingness are those intuitive senses. So now imagine and pretend that you are walking through nature. And this nature scene can be trees or the beach or the desert, mountainous area of snow, wherever this nature scene best suits you. And you're going to walk along a path until you come in a clearing. And in that clearing is going to be two white statues. And at the base of one, it's the frequency of love. And at the base of the other one, it's a frequency of war. And now the frequency color that you were guided to work with, imagine just kind of standing off to this in front of it. You've got a little bit of distance so you can sense the two different white statues. And now allow this celestial, divine, cosmic frequency to flow through the statue of love to dissolve all agendas around love. You're doing a little scientific study, so you're dissolving all agendas off the frequency of love and what happens to that statue. All agendas. So we're going to go ahead and just set the intention that agendas will continue to dissolve from the love frequency, and now the war frequency represented by that other white statue. So now allow that same frequency color to come down through the war statue, dissolving agenda, the energy of agenda off the frequency of war, and see what you can sense and notice and pick up. Ooh, I can feel some sadness get triggered in some of you. I can sense some emotion, tears coming to the surface, and that's okay. Just keep allowing agendas to be dissolved off of war. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and set the intention that agendas will continue to be dissolved, it will continue to be released. And if you can hang in there with me just another 5 minutes, I just want to show you how you can maybe begin to repair a vortex. I'm going to give you a little simple teaching as this beautiful garbage truck is carrying away everything. All right, so you're going to now move away from that clearing where the two statues were, and now let's move to an area where there's a circular clearing. You're going to sit by the fire. There's a fire in the center. You're going to be sitting there, and you can have ancient wise ones. You can have ascended masters. You can have a lot of light beings in this big circle with the fire in the middle. And you don't have to do it this way to repair a vortex, but I am guiding you through an easy way that you can contribute if you're new to working with energy in this way. So now you are in a supportive circle, and especially when you're working with things like war, it's really helpful to have a spiritual support team around you, because war energies can be really strong. All right, so now let's imagine, we're just going to imagine, and you get to choose the place of war. We're not going to focus on the war in that area. We are going to focus on the vortex underneath the war. Okay, so you only want to see, sense, know, feel, hear the vortex that's underneath that particular war. Now, vortex is like a tornado, but it's got a lot of light around it. But when it's damaged and broken, it's like a broken bulb. No matter how much electricity is going to it, the light can't come on. So let's, in a very loving, not a loving way, we don't have any agenda, intentional way, we're going to ground that imaginary vortex. It's floating in the center of the circle. We're going to imagine pulling the tip of the vortex down, stretching it, elongating it, and helping to re-anchor it to the center of the earth, to the center of Mother Nature. So go ahead and allow yourself to ground the vortex to the core of the earth. Feels pretty cool, doesn't it? You're doing it with your mind's eye. Now the vortex may flop back and forth, no worries about that. Just go ahead and ground it so that you can bring stability to the vortex there where the war is, and you can bring stability to the land there where the war is by stabilizing the vortex. Now, what color? You can consult with your team of spiritual guides. What light, what color, what frequency is going to be beneficial to bring through the vortex to help it to heal and repair so that it can again start to illuminate the light that's in the land underneath the war. So whatever color, frequency, bring that through the vortex. Now that vortex may move and shift as all the lines are repairing and reconnecting, but you just sit without doing anything active. Allow it to heal. Ooh. Remind that vortex underneath the war that's bringing light to the land of what today's date is. So whether, no matter if you're watching the replay or not, just remind the land there of what today's date is. Because if it's influenced by a war that happened 5,000 years ago, we want that war from 5,000 years ago to dissolve, so things can be addressed in this present moment. Well, there's a lot of agenda dissolving out of this vortex. Some of you may be feeling achiness in your pelvis. That's your root chakra, your survival chakra. Yep, it can get a little achy when you're helping to heal war-torn land areas. All right, set your intention that celestial healing light will continue to flow through and repair that particular vortex, and that it will continue to help it to stay really secure and grounded. Really come present to the circle that you're in and take a moment to thank nature that's around you. Thank the guides and angels, ascended masters, that are assisting you, and just let them all know that you need to head back to your daily life, but that you can revisit anytime you wish to offer healing to the land that's underneath the different areas where war has disrupted the frequency there. So go ahead, I can feel the intensity. Go ahead and come on back to the space where you are in, and take a moment to release any agendas that may have come up for you, intentions that may have come up, anything that said, oh, I wanted to add peace, I wanted to add love, I wanted to add joy, I wanted to add all this stuff. All you did was just drain it so that it can function. It already knows how to function, but it can drain off the agendas. And you can go ahead and release any agendas you have down your grounding. Okay, come back to your space, open your eyes, look around, stretch. Oh my goodness. So FYI, that's very advanced work. That's very advanced work, and you all did it like you've just been doing it forever. So what did you notice As you were dissolving agenda out of the love, what did you notice when you were dissolving agendas off of war? What did you notice when you were anchoring the vortex and help bringing it back to a functional state so that light can return to that area of war? We can continue to repair the ley lines. We can continue to repair the vortexes. We can continue to help clear the agendas, because ultimately what Spirit said, if all agendas are cleared, war cannot exist. If all agendas off love are cleared, out of balance love, love's a whole different subject. So anyway, I would love to read what you experienced, and just know that you can always go back to that place and offer more healing to the land. Anybody can do it. It is simple. What's not simple is you staying really grounded and you staying in your place and you staying safe when you're dealing with those bigger energies of war. That's why we created that circle. All right, everyone, we got lots going on in the world, but it is a much better place when we can work together, heal together, be in the river of life together, and learn together to make this world a better place. Is that an agenda? Make it a place. Grow into that place that we wish it to be. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the live next Thursday. Bye-bye.